you can listen to Good Things. We are streaming live over at supertalk.fm. Also streaming from that SuperTalk Mississippi app and your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. You can watch us too. We are on your computer, your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. Now, there are so many good things happening on our main streets and downtowns across the Magnolia State. So today we're highlighting what's happening downtown this weekend. It is brought to you by the Mississippi Main Street Association. Don't forget, you can always go to msmainstreet.com/calendar to get more information on upcoming events. But Starkville, you've got an unwind event coming up, which I would love to take part in. Paige Watson's joining us to tell us a little bit more. Hey, Paige.
Hey, Rebecca. Thank y'all so much for having me today.
Absolutely. I love this idea. I also love the little logo and kind of the idea of unwind. I think you guys have been doing this for a couple of seasons now, and it must be a hit. But explain it to us.
Yes. So, Unwind, this is actually our 41st time to do Unwind.
You've done it before.
Yeah, so we've done it a few times. But no, this is just a wine tasting event, and so people are invited to purchase tickets, and they receive cups and menus and maps and directions from us. And then we have 16 stores that are participating, and so when you go to their store, you sample the wine. We do 1 ounce samples, and then if you shop and buy anything, everything's 20% off. So it's definitely a win-win. And, Starkville Main Street, we're under a revitalization project right now. And so there's a little construction downtown. And so to make it even more enticing, we have small bites and appetizers and handhelds from our local restaurants, too, that will be in our stores. So it's really a really fun night, and it's a great deal, for only $25.
And then you get the 20% off, which I'm trying to sit here and think, Paige. I wonder which came first, the chicken or the egg, in terms of enticing people to get out for this. Is it the wine tasting, or is it the deals on the shopping, or could it possibly be both of them together?
I definitely think it's a win-win, and it's definitely both. We have seasoned customers. I'm sure there's several people that have probably never missed a single one. One of my favorite stories, Rebecca, actually is I had a young man that was at the Air Force come in, and he and his wife met at an Unwind event. And so they met there that night. They started dating, and they got married, and he came back for Valentine's Day, and I was able to give him some of our older glasses that we kind of randomly have left, and he gave them to her for a Valentine's Day present on their anniversary. So I thought that was so sweet.
You never know. Yeah.
You never know what can happen.
You never know. So you mentioned the glasses, and if they're looking at SuperTalk TV, there's a great picture of, I guess it's the logo glass. Is that a signature glass that you use every time, or could you potentially have 40 different glasses over the last 40 Unwind events in downtown Starkville?
Yeah, so we do a different glass every time. It's the same logo, but we change the colors. So we kind of keep that a surprise. But if you're a Bulldog fan, I think you're going to like the color of this Friday's event. So it's a clear cup, but a different color logo every time. So, yes, people collect them. I have them all displayed in my office as well. So they're super cute.
I love this idea, and clearly people have bought into it. And it definitely sounds like it's primarily maybe a ladies' or girls' night or friend group kind of event. But obviously men can be involved too. Do y'all see an uptick in gentlemen who are clearly probably there just to taste the wine, not so much get the 20% off? But hey, you never know that too.
Yeah, it's always fun to see the crowd. We have a variety of folks that come every time, and several men. When we do have men come, I'm always sure to let the photographer know. I'm like, get a picture of those men, because on the website and everything, obviously, it's a lot of ladies groups, a lot of moms and daughters, a lot of friend groups shopping together. But it could be a great date night, and for those men too, a lot of them do come, and then once they get tired, we see those guys usually kind of hanging out, sitting in the benches outside, maybe going to the restaurants or the bars early. So that's fine with us, too.
This is really well thought out, Paige. And, too, I'm thinking for the men listening to Good Things, if this is not your jam, but you've wanted to do something special for that lady in your life that's 21 or older and enjoys one, then, surprising. Do you need tickets? That was going to be surprising with tickets or surprising with the cups. How does this work? How do we get tickets? Do they sell out?
Unwinddowntown.org. Tickets are $25, and then you receive your cup at check-in. So we do check-in. We're going to do it outside our office on one of the more improved blocks that we have downtown through the project. So you can't miss us outside with the table and the cups and the menus. So you pick that up then, and then you can kind of go on your way and shop till you drop and drink wine. Drink the wine samples.
Yes, the best
but don't
part.
drop after you do that.
No, don't do that. But enjoying it and shopping. What a cool thing. And I love that there's this sort of legacy to it with all the years and collecting the cups. I would assume if you haven't gotten in on that, now's a good time to start because it doesn't sound like this will wind down, pun intended, anytime soon. So, Paige, where do we go again for all the information and the tickets?
Unwinddowntown.com or .org.
All righty. I appreciate your time. If you're not thinking about wine or shopping, maybe you're getting into that spooky season, and we've got the perfect event for you. Head on back down to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. All the cars are cleared out, and they are getting ready for their annual cemetery tour. Joining us today is Laurie to tell us a little bit more. Hey, Laurie.
Hi, how are y'all today?
Doing well. I love this combination for this time of year and the fact that you guys have been doing this for a while. So how long has the Biloxi Cemetery Tour in October been going on?
This is our 19th tour, our 19th year.
Wow. So people enjoy it and look forward to it. Well, if we've never been, Laurie, what's it like? What's going on there at the cemetery tour?
If you've never been, it's such an interesting thing because it's about the culture and history of Biloxi. It is a little spooky, right, because it's October and we're in the cemetery, but the cemetery is so beautiful. The live oak trees and the dripping moss, it's like a nature preserve, really. So it's something for everybody when you come touring through the old Biloxi Cemetery. You know, some of the graves date back to the late 1700s. Some of the people buried in there were actually born in the mid 1600s. It's a living, breathing museum of Biloxi history and culture. And so this year you're going to hear about food for the souls. We have a different theme every year, and that's our theme. And what we're talking about is the restaurants that you wish were still here, the restaurants from the 40s, 50s, 60s, some of which I grew up with, and all the people who are my age grew up with, and the mom-and-pop grocery stores and some bakers that were local bakeries here in Biloxi. So it's all about the food you remember and you still wish you could get your hands on.
So how does the cemetery tour work, Laurie? I mean, I know that sounds silly, but are you guided through the actual cemetery and being told these stories in like small groups? Is it a self-led kind of event where you can stop and learn more, or is it a combination?
It's actually a self-guided tour. When you step into the Biloxi Cemetery, and there are several ways to enter, any of the entryways that you come in will have a table set with your program, which includes the map. And then also we put these large flags at each of the sites that will have a reenactor or two reenactors for some sites. And they're portraying these historic people in Biloxi's history. And some of them are famous people that everybody will know the name, and then others of them are just the common everyday person that you didn't know their story and maybe never would have, but they're so integral to Biloxi history, and so that's why we're portraying them. But we did self-guided tours in the beginning when we had smaller groups, but we have large groups that come to see our tour every year. And so now we let them self-guide through the cemetery. It's very easy, and there's people along the way to help you get to where you want to get to.
Do y'all have people lined up to play the dead, to do your actors, to do the...
Absolutely. We call them our not ready for the afterlife players. It's a little ensemble group, and it's made up of people like from the Little Theater event, theaters throughout the Biloxi and Gulfport area and Ocean Springs. And so we have little theater actors, but we also have descendants who play relatives. And so they've never acted before. But we've been at this now since the end of August, so we've been in rehearsals for a good while. They're all ready and prepped to go.
So is this just this weekend, Laurie, or is there an opportunity to get the cemetery tour throughout the rest of October?
No, it's just for the 2 dates. We go for our first run on Sunday, October 19th from 2 until 4 p.m. And then we repeat the whole tour again on Tuesday, October 21st from 5 until 7. We have a little bit of refreshment served each day. And it's a great way to soak up Biloxi history and immerse yourself in it, really.
Well, it sounds like a lot of fun, Laurie. I know folks can keep up with everything y'all are doing on what website?
The tour, at what website? You could go to the Biloxi Main Street Facebook page, which is Biloxi Main Street on Facebook. You can go to the city's website, which is www.biloxi.ms.us, or even the city's Facebook page. You can find information on all three of those. There's also a Facebook page called Preserve Biloxi, and that is the one that is dedicated to this event. So that's all you'll find on there.
All right. Thank you, Lori. You guys stick with us. We got more for you up next.